Any last words before we get off?
Uh, Matt Durnan gets a bad rap.
Real Talk with Star Scorpio, episode 111. Today I have a special episode with my two friends from the States. As everyone knows, I'm from Toronto, Canada. I have Rayann from Pennsylvania, and I got Bill from Tampa. And we're doing a special 90210 Christmas quiz challenge today. And this is going to be fun because it's around Christmas time. We all enjoy the holidays and we all love 90210, especially those Christmas episodes. So let's get into it. Rayann, Bill, welcome to Real Talk with Star Scorpio. How you doing today?
Good. Psyched to
Hanging
be.
in there. Good.
Nice, nice. Okay, the first question I have, Rayann was on my podcast before. It was just me and her, and she went through a quiz. But I always like to know, especially with 90210, how you became addicted, because I think we were all addicted to the show at one time, if not still. How we became addicted to the show. And since Rayann, you already shared your story, I'm gonna have you share it again. But Bill, let me know how you got into it.
Uh, well, season one came out when I was in ninth grade, and there are really no other shows like that I guess really showed teens, and it was just a super new. Like Fox was super new. All the shows they had were just felt like for a different generation or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and just kind of got hooked. Like even through all the phases and everything, the cheese and like the good parts and all everything.
Yeah.
And then like they went to college, kind of paralleled the years I went to college, and not that my life paralleled theirs at all, but it
Yeah.
just became like a fun thing to follow. And then before you know it, it's 10 years later and you're a different person.
Yeah. It's so true. Yo, and on that same vein, that was like me as well. So, Rayann, that's the difference. We watched the original show and it did parallel our lives because I was in grade nine as well. And then when I went to college, they were doing the college years too. But I think I remember I liked it from jump, but it was kind of slow. I don't know if you got that feeling when
Oh,
Brandon
for
had that
sure.
mullet back in season one.
I think it was the summer season that where I got super hooked.
Yeah, that really kicked it off for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I had Larry Mullen, one of the writers on the show, he was telling me that the summer episodes, people started looking forward to that. But so much work put in by the actors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
It was like
So
a new season in the where everything else was like the reruns and everything.
yeah, and hiatus, yeah. And then everyone, we were all looking forward to the summer episodes. It was nice. Um, Rayann, let us know because I don't know if Bill knows how you got into it.
Yeah. So basically my mom and I were watching 21 Jump Street one day, and all of a sudden my man, Brandon Walsh, comes up on the TV and she's like, "That's Jason Presley." And I'm like, "Who?" And she goes, "Jason Presley." And I'm like, she clearly didn't say it right. And so I tried watching it once before, which I couldn't get through it apparently. So I tried again. And then the second time breezed right through it, watched it twice times over, fell in love with it instantly. Clearly Brandon's my man. But yeah, I fell in love with it because it was literally, since I am 21, I'm in college right now, it tailors towards me just exactly how it did for you guys when it was out. So it's like I get to feel what they get to feel, but I don't have to have the shame of feeling it because back in the 90s nobody shamed you for the way that you were. So now I have that, and I can embrace that. So I think the show just was like that comfort for me.
Yeah. That's what it was for me too, by the way. So of course I watched so many shows back in the days. Even there's one of my followers, Tat Tiffany Amber Thiessen fan page. She's amazing. But Saved by the Bell was one of my shows in the morning, Saturday morning. We had a lot of Saturday, even wrestling shows and all this stuff. But I always fall back on 90210. I got it on VHS. I don't know if I told you that, Bill, but I
Yeah,
have the
right on.
my brother has them on VHS. So that was one of the shows when I was just doing something on the side, homework, whatever. I just pop in the tape and let it play. It was like a comfort thing, right?
Yeah,
I
for
just love
sure.
it. Yeah. Okay, let me. We already know who Rayann likes, right? She likes Brandon, and I believe in the beginning because we didn't have social media and all these things. I don't even know if I realized Jason Priestley at the time was Canadian. Like I don't know when I found that out, but I was like, when I found that out, I was like, yeah, man, let's go, Jay. But oh, I was gonna say, let me know your favorite character, female, male, Bill.
All right. Male, it's got to be Dylan. I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I think female is going to be Valerie because like, she was the first one to kind of call the other characters on
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
their, I don't want to say narcissism or anything, but like, she was the first one that was kind of just like, I don't know if we can curse or not, but if I
Yeah.
do by accident, I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries.
But she was just kind of like, F you guys. Like that first episode with Valerie, where I totally remember because I was watching in my dorm with other people. And she was so nice. And I was like, is she really going to replace Brenda? And then the last scene where she like calls her friend and she's rolling the joint. It's like, oh, wow. They finally added like that classic character to the like soap opera, like the evil,
Yeah.
the whatever you want to call it, the
Yeah.
vixen. Or,
I was
and
actually
she shook things up.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I was actually surprised they ended like that. I didn't know what to expect. I love that episode when she came in, when they go to the nightclub, all that stuff. And when she got home and sparked the dude, I was like, wait a
And
minute.
also that was like unprecedented.
Yes.
Like you just did not see that and they didn't unless the only way they would show something like that on TV was if there were like dire consequences for it
Yeah.
after. I don't really think there ever were, which was really interesting too. Like they kind of showed teens as like agents of their own, like like they were responsible for their own actions, and there were like parent figures, but they became less and less important, and it was more of the kids dealing with like their own stuff, and there was never anything like that on TV before.
Yeah. Good perspective. So Rayanne, what about you watching it at a different era and everything's on social media now and all the shows that came out, movies that had all these kind of things in it. How was it watching for you? Like par for the course? Because like Bill was saying, this was new to us. A lot of these topics that they covered as well. How was that for you watching it?
I think the great part for me was that mom had already had all of the DVDs. So it was kind of similar to watching it on a VHS tape. So I liked the authenticity of it because I don't really like the streaming platforms and how they, remove the episodes because there's something in it that they don't want the world to see, especially the one in season 2 where Scott he shoots himself.
Yeah.
I really think that, and I mean, it's not a great message, obviously, to show, but I think it's really important that, young people, even adults, see that because you're really taking from people's experiences of understanding, okay, there could have been underlying issues that could have prevented this, and like stuff like that. And I think a lot of the world today just wants to shelter the way things were back then because
Mhm.
back then you guys learned a lot more, especially from the first 2, 3, even 4 seasons about what was going on in the world. Whereas us now, very, very sheltered, very, very restricted on what it is we can learn about. So I just appreciate that I had an uncensored watch through like you guys did. And I mean, I always complain about lack of music and things that they've always edited out, the authenticity.
Yeah, that could
But
be a whole podcast on its own.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. But other than that, I mean, I just appreciate what it is that I got from the first initial watch through.
That's crazy. I didn't realize they don't show the Scott Scanlon
I
because having the box set, I never bother streaming it,
I remember a couple months ago when they were doing, because I listened to the 90210 OMG podcast religiously, and they were saying how when they go to watch an episode for the podcast episode itself, they're always either having to scramble for their DVDs or they have to go to some pirating website because they literally restrict the content. And it's like, you're missing out on so much great stuff, whether it just be the music or a message they don't want people to hear. Like, you're missing out on all of that stuff.
Right.
So
One thing I noticed on the DVD box set, especially season 5, they cut out so many performances like Flaming Lips, which was like so crazy that they were on 90210 at the time. Completely cut out. I don't even think they mentioned them. They cut out a lot of the Jamie Walter songs too. It's crazy. I think they maybe had more rights after like that season, but there's some glaring omissions.
Wait, didn't I cover it? When did you buy your box set?
A couple Amazon Prime days ago. It's the full one that also has the season of BH and I don't know like weird sort of awesome reality show that came out like I don't know 6 years ago.
Because I my box set had the Flaming Lips.
Oh really?
Yeah, didn't I
Oh,
cover
do you
that?
have the each season?
Yeah.
See, I don't. That's crazy.
No, but I bought the box set. I bought it for my daughter's Sweet 16. She's 27 now. But when I bought the box set, there's a lot of. So first of all, the streaming. When I first watched it, when I introduced my daughter to it, and it was on TV, I forgot what channel. And I got her addicted to it. That's when I first realized they cut out the original music, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And then when I got the box set, it doesn't have the original music, but the episodes, it has the episodes. So I was surprised when some of my followers said, "Oh, I didn't see Scott Scanlon. I didn't see this." When Tara was in it, they were like, "I didn't see this." And then when my channel really blew up, my channel's been growing steadily, right? But when when I posted Kelly and Colin with the drug episode, oh my god, I got people reposting till today, and that's how my channel really blew up because they're like, this was on 90210. I didn't know this was on 90210.
Oh wow!
So I don't know if they cut that out too.
Crazy, but they will like cut or won't.
Yeah,
seems arbitrary.
yeah.
But the Scott episode was huge. I mean, I still remember in TV Guide there's an ad that says they'll lose one of their own tonight, and it was a rare cast photo that included Scott Scanlon.
Yeah.
I wonder. But yeah, that was nuts. That show killed off characters in some really abrupt ways. But.
Oh yeah. Probably one of the most shocking things is the Dylan's dad, Jack McKay.
Oh, for sure.
All these years we
Or
thought he got
Josh
blown
Friedland.
up. The car?
Like,
I can't unhear the scream.
I'm glad we're good friends, and then he just like gets hit by cars.
Oh,
it's like yeah.
Weren't expecting that.
The writer should have come up with something a little bit.
Yeah.
I will be traumatized by the scream forever.
Oh man.
Oh my god. He's like, Dad! No! Oh my god.
Yeah. That one hits deep. But then again, like I said, he came back, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was not expected for sure.
Yeah.
Hearing the story behind that was actually insane. Did you guys hear about why? Like, what happened?
No.
They literally, so they told him and him alone that you're coming back. You're going to be coming back seasons later, and you're not going to tell a soul. So it was literally as if the guy himself was undercover for all these years,
Oh
and then
wow.
finally comes back and goes, by the way, guys, I knew this and never told you. And I looked at the screen for a second. I said, no, no
Wow.
way. And literally they kept him under wraps for years and then
And
brought him
his
back.
secret family was the Hogan family, where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, I really think that they picked a good actor for that. Because I think that he looked like Dylan. Like I was like,
Yes.
Oh
damn,
yeah,
that's a good
for
father and
sure.
son.
Yes.
I think I put up a poll one time. Do you think they look alike? Whatever. But yeah, I think my favorite character, like you, Bill, is Dylan. And I gotta tell you, when I first watched the show, I didn't like Brenda. So anything that was happening to her when I originally watched it, I was kind of like low key happy, like, oh yeah, good,
Right.
Kelly and Dylan. But then I'm telling you, rewatching it while I was documenting, I see Brenda in a different light, and
Mm,
she became my favorite character.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brandon actually comes across as a little sanctimonious at
Uh
times.
oh, Bill, watch out! No, go on,
I
go on.
know. I just remember one scene where he comes in, and I know they have to like frame the shot and everything, but he comes in and sits on the corner of the couch and puts his shoes on the cushion. I was like, "That's it, Brandon.
No.
Forget it."
um, I remember I asked Rayann about what happened when she heard about Luke and Shannon. So let me ask you, Bill, how did you feel when first you heard about Luke Perry passing? Do you
That
remember?
was nuts because it was so unexpected, so sudden. Yeah, it didn't seem like real. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to overemphasize anything, but just being like a huge fan. And then one thing my wife and I bonded over was like she actually lived in an apartment building that he lived in like years ago. So she and then like one of my first gifts I got to her was the DVD of that movie 8 Seconds with Luke Perry, the
yeah.
which is it is what it is. But
Hmm.
yeah, so he's always just like kind of been there, and then he was suddenly gone. I think with like Shannon Doherty, there's a little more time to anticipate just
Yeah,
knowing what she was going through, but still pretty really shocking.
yeah. And did you guys see her last? I think it was her last podcast. I forgot the subject, but it was so like, wow, she's talking here, not even knowing that a couple days later, a week later, whatever it was, that she wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
there anymore. But it seemed like she made peace with everything. But it's hard to watch her podcast. But I'm glad she went out like that. She did the podcast, got to share things and stuff. But yeah, that was hard. And Rayanne, you were affected too because you just got into this, and then you hear about Shannon.
Yeah, I remember sitting in my dorm room, literally a couple months ago, and I was listening to the OMG podcast when they actually found out that she had just passed, and I sat with it for a while because as you know, my grandpa had died from lung cancer, so it was kind of similar, but obviously not the same thing. But cancer is the worst killer of the world, and I think now in this day and age we have a better grasp on it. There's definitely more ways we can improve, but I think you general just like I said the last time, you got to keep your loved ones close because you just never know what's going to happen.
So true, so true. Lost so many people to that damn disease, and that's why I donated to cancer. I've donated probably like I don't even know 50 charities over the 4 years, and I remember one time cancer was a main part of one of my balloon options. Trying to fight cancer in a different way, but anyway, good. Okay, we're gonna get into the questions, right? But I gotta ask you one more thing, both of you, and I'll say mine too. 10 seasons. But what was one of your favorite episodes that you'll rewatch all the time you'll never forget? Lot to choose from.
Who wants to go?
I was gonna say you can go first if you like. I'm
um,
thinking about it.
I know. I'm like, honestly, I think for me, it would definitely be the one. I don't know why. It's just weird. Lately I've been finding myself watching the one where Kelly's really intensely journaling. It was in season 7. I think it was with this ring. I think it was that episode where she's intensely journaling about Brandon and just seeing her at the very end walking down the beach with the ring and just the lighting and the way that it looks, it just I don't know. Like I don't know if it's because it's Jennifer Eve Garth. I don't know what it is, but I'm like consumed by the way that scene was portrayed and done and then just her voiceover and everything. I don't even care about whatever else happened. It's just that no other show can do because you could tell back then, especially with 90210, they took time to make the show look aesthetically, but also realistically pleasing to the eye. It wasn't over chaotic. You weren't overstimulated by the things that they were presenting you. And it's not like today where everything just instantly goes here. It goes in here instead. And I love that about that. So I think that, and I know that was probably way more than you wanted, but
No, no.
that's my favorite episode for that reason because it brings back authenticity for me.
Yeah, nice, nice. And I believe I just covered that. If you said season 7, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Bill.
Um, well, it's not one episode, but I love the Jonesy character. Anything involving him, I feel like they could have totally had a spinoff with Jones
Yes.
solving crimes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he gave a good jolt into what was going on. The Euphoria episode is just so classic to me. And I actually I in grad school I wrote a paper about like gender roles in Gen X television and how they were like redefined or not, and used the whole Emily Valentine story arc as like for tons of examples of that. And especially that one episode is just like, again, it was one of those things like you never saw something like that on TV unless you count like Degrassi Junior High, which as a Canadian, I'm sure, you know.
Yo, you got it down there back in
Oh
the
yeah,
day?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, I lived in upstate New York, but it was on PBS,
okay.
which was probably all over. Like, oh yeah, Degrassi was like huge every Sunday afternoon. But
Gee.
you know,
Sorry, Rayann. Yo, he touched something in me
yeah, I'm
just
sure
now.
Rayann, you know Degrassi, the Next Generation, at least.
Uh,
With
I've
Drake. With
heard
Drake.
of it.
Oh, I don't know.
I've heard
It's
of it.
Oh, but you know
Summer
Drake.
Morgan.
You know Drake
Not
was
to,
in that. You know Drake,
yeah,
right?
yeah, Drake was in it.
Yeah, and he was in the next generation of Degrassi. That's where he got his start. But if you're talking about the original,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
yo, Rayann, I got to tell you, we're talking about 90210 hitting some of those topics, sensitive topics, and things like that. Degrassi Junior High, now that you bring it up, that hit a lot of topics. You're talking about teen pregnancy, and I was in junior high school at the
Wow.
time. Teen pregnancy. One of the characters was on what was big back in the days. Is it acid? Some drug.
Oh well, Spike's
Yes.
baby
Boyfriend.
then took
Yes.
acid
Acid or
at
something,
a
right?
concert and jumped off a bridge
Jumped
and
off a
then was
bridge.
like mentally
Wow.
disabled.
Yeah.
It definitely handled those topics with like really top-notch acting.
Yeah.
Not taking it away from 90210, but that was definitely made for in a major American studio. Degrassi is just like, yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? It was filmed in Toronto where I live, right? And some of the streets that they're on, the school that they went to, like that's downtown Toronto. It's
No,
Degrassi Street is like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. And My brother worked with, Snake. You know that name, Snake? Joey
Oh yeah,
Snake.
yeah.
Yeah, my brother worked with Snake at Disney. But yeah, I tried to get some of those actors on my podcast, but they're really like, I don't think they do those things outside of their
Mhm.
realm. But
Right.
yeah, Joey Jeremiah. But
The Euphoria episode, yeah,
I love
totally.
that one.
You never saw it. I mean, it first of all, it had a rave, which was like,
Yeah,
kind of an underground thing at the time. What was that, like 1991 or 1992? And also just in the storyline, I love the whole like how David becomes like part of the group. Like the episodes that we're going to talk about is kind of like when he's like initially accepted, like
yeah,
uh it's kind of funny to like see him like become one of them.
yeah,
I think it finally takes uh I don't know. They all have their drug problems in various seasons, but
yeah, yeah,
that's when Dylan finally acknowledges him.
yeah,
Yeah, the Euphoria episode had like everything, and it was like I feel like if there was an episode that I was gonna like try to turn a friend onto back then, that
yeah.
would be the one to like try to drag him in. Because I also had Emily Valentine, who I loved as a character
Oh yeah,
at first. Yeah,
for sure.
Christine Elise.
Yeah, I loved her hair back in the original when she was in it before, and then she changed her hairstyle. But I really like that look.
I have the Emily Valentine bangs right now, guys.
There you
oh,
go.
nice.
I unintentionally like trimmed them too short, and I said, "Season 5, Emily Valentine." Right now, I was so
Yeah, I don't want
tempted
to
to
get too
tag
far
her.
ahead of the conversation, but it's kind of funny how like Chucky's Back references Child's Play too,
Yeah.
that she was in, and then she ended up being in like the next episode. That's like,
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Um, for me, Euphoria, that was one of my favorites. But for some reason, Scott Scanlon, even though it's a sad ending, something drew me to that episode all the time. And I believe it was just that sadness. Sometimes I like feeling sad for some reason. I don't know what it is. Sad and happy at the same time. So when David went off in the booth, I don't care.
right,
When that's so I memorized that at one time. David, the microphone's on. I used to just watch that over and
right,
over because I loved the way David, his character, came out like that, and that was part of the main acceptance too. The Chucky's back with the dance with Donna, like you
yeah,
said, Dylan accepted it. After that one, it was like David was solid in the group. But at the end,
right,
it was so sad. With the that was one of the questions I asked Rayanne. What was put in the time capsule? And that was one of the questions I asked Rayanne last time. Yeah,
You were
Did
so
David put
shocked
his
by my response.
cowboy hat?
yeah,
Scott's cowboy hat in there.
yeah.
Well, that was also such a nuts. Like I never saw anything like that on TV.
Oh,
Like,
telling you.
and like it became clear like Scott's character was kind of redundant, but
Yeah,
like they could have just said like, "Yeah, I'm moving to Oklahoma forever," and all right, like that was like a really harsh. I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
if they would do that today if they made like remade 90210.
Yeah, I don't even know if, and the response. I don't even know what the response. It's so weird how some people on my page they didn't like the show. Oh, it's a girl show, TV show, and then I got some guys right now that are like into it because they didn't know the storylines are good and the acting was great. Like
Yeah,
people just get into it. You know what I
it
mean?
had the perfect combination of all like even like the primetime soap opera aspects that just kept you hooked. Like they were
Yeah,
like masters of the
the
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger. Okay, yeah. So we got the favorite episodes out. We got the favorite characters out, and I think it's time we start this. We're gonna start this quiz. So
All right.
so Bill, here's an example I gave. Some of the questions are like straightforward, and you're gonna get it. But I gave this. I actually asked this question to Rayanne on the podcast. I was gonna ask her it as an example, but I didn't have to. I had to ask my wife to see if she would get it. Because one thing I said was Brandon and Brenda. So my wife got it after like, a minute. And then when I asked Rayann, that was one of the first questions. She finally kicked in and she said the answer. So if I said that to you right now, what would you say? If I said Brandon and Brenda,
Walsh
that's a good guess.
twins.
There you go. Okay. So some of the questions may be like that. Some of the
All right,
questions,
cool.
of course, they're just straightforward. Like you'll see when I get there. And again, I'm gonna read it out. The first one to answer the question gets the point,
Cool.
and you're not gonna be yelling back and forth, but 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 if you get it before I finish the question, so I don't know if you watched that one I showed you guys on the Boys in the Hood.
Uh,
Yeah, so
yeah, that guy was like psychic.
but he studied both. That was a close one though. It his name's GQ and Wrench Turner. GQ won by 1 point. And I think that was just a bonus question. I don't think it was part of it, but I didn't think they would get gentrification. I was like, who remembers this scene? And then he just gentrification. But there's a couple of them that he knew because he studied. Here's one I'll give you from Boys in the Hood. I don't know if have you seen Boys in the Hood, Rayann?
Mhm. I
Oh,
mean,
you
I'm
haven't seen
definitely
Boys?
not an expert about it, but I've seen it.
Rayann, you have to watch that. You just gotta watch it just to watch it. But I'll give you a question again to get you before I start the questions. This is how intricate. This is how detailed I was. So in Boys in the Hood, it's about gang violence, gangs or whatever. And one of the actors, I can't give it away. I'm just gonna give the question. There was a test score that got mailed to the mother, and she opened the envelope, and the camera zoomed in on the score. I asked that question in the podcast, and GQ knew the score. But it was one of those things where I'm like, this is a good quiz question because it zoomed in on the number.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm like, great quiz question. But he got it like this. So that's one of the things he studied. But you might experience things like that. So you could answer before I finish the question. And here we go. You ready?
Oh yeah.
And remember, I'm doing Chucky's back first.
Oh, okay. So you're one episode at a time.
Yeah, and
That
just to
makes me feel a little better.
yeah, and I think it's not all over the place.
Okay.
So just to let you know, it looks like it's chronological because I watched it yesterday and I was making questions chronologically. So here we go. Question number one. When the troublemaker Chucky returns in episode Chucky's Back, the same kid who once played with Samantha Sanders in a TV show. What is Chucky's last name?
Williams. Walker. Shit. I just watched these like 2 hours ago.
Wilson?
Damn!
Yeah, all
Ray
right.
Ann comes in the.
I literally pulled that out of my butt, Rick. I was like, wait. And then bam!
All right. Bill, I thought you had that one. Okay, next. Good. Rayanne, how did that come to you? That's crazy.
I sat here for a minute. I said, wait, Chuck. And then I said, Wilson. I knew it was a W. I knew it was a W.
Okay, you ready? Question number two. Chucky once played with Samantha Sanders on a TV show. What was the name?
The Hartley
Harley
House.
House.
See, that was one where I'm giving it to you both. Question number three. Back at West Beverly, someone walks into the newsroom and says to Brandon and Andrea that they want to run a piece called "The Two Sons of Samantha Sanders."
John Griffin.
Jesus! Oh my!
He had a name?
Yeah.
They never said his name to me.
Brandon says it calls him by his last name, and then later on calls him by his first name.
What the heck?
Yo, yeah, you see, he came on the gate, Bill.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? Because you remember later on in one of the episodes about sex, and he ends up being a virgin. You remember the character, right, Rand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was all gung ho about doing the news article, and Andrea was supposedly the only virgin. I don't think they knew Donna at the time, but he kept going on and on about this piece. He wants to do that, and then he wrote that piece, "The Last American." Oh, no,
Oh,
virgin.
yep.
That.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's the same guy. And funny thing, Bill, when I was watching it yesterday, Brandon says Griffin first, right? And then he later says John. I thought that was a mistake. I was like, why is he calling him by Griffin and then calling him John? And then I had to Google it because I didn't know. I didn't. His
I
name's
literally
John
wrote
Griffin.
no name. I was like, this guy don't have a name.
Really?
Yeah. And I literally listened to it twice. And I'm like, what?
Wow. All right, it's 2-2. Question number 4. No one's gonna get this. You guys not gonna get this. If you don't get this, I'm just shutting the podcast off. We're done. I'm quitting the 90210 channel. We're done.
What?
Okay, ready? Back at the house, Steve is watching a rerun of the Hartley House. In the scene, little Chucky asks his mom, "Where did I come from?" Mom explains in her way. Chucky says that's not what Winfield Golden said. He showed me a picture at recess. Mom says, "Where did little Winfield say he came from?" Where did Chucky say?
Mm. Mm.
Wasn't even thinking there.
Just
All I
let me know when you
remember,
give up. Let me
all
know
I
when you give
I
up.
give up.
I just remember the zygote conversation.
Yeah, I don't
That
remember
was
who
that was
he
after.
said.
That
That's
was
all I
before. Sorry, that was
remember.
before.
Yeah, I give up too.
And then I remember Steve's like horrifying dream.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's all I
Okay.
remember.
Where did Winfield Golden say he came from? Cleveland.
Oh, right.
And then Samantha Sanders
Oh.
goes, "Well, Chucky, you came from Philadelphia."
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Question number 5. Samantha was so excited that Chucky agreed to do the show. What did she gift Steve?
A Corvette.
A blue Corvette.
Oh, yeah, got that one. Brian with 3. My wife said the answer was car, but my wife says, "Why did you say what kind of car?" And then I was thinking, why didn't I say what color and kind? And look at you, you both said whatever. Okay, Rayann has 3, Bill has 2. Number 6. What was the name of the person who told Chucky Steve was adopted?
Gus?
Norman.
Damn!
Yeah, that's it.
I made sure that I ingrained his name in my brain because you know what happened to
Totally.
me last time. You
Yeah.
know what happened to me last time. Oh,
Yeah, I believe you might be talking about Karen Brown.
them sad people. Them freaking sad people.
All right, 4-2. Number 7. At the Peach Pit, Steve is talking to Nat, and he asks him, "Do you know if you look like your mother or your father?" What did Nat say?
Mother.
Jesus Christ!
Damn. And I actually posted a clip of that on Instagram
You
earlier.
did?
Oh, did you?
Because Nat's like micro facial expression after he says it is so funny. He's just like, dude, you're creeping me out a little.
Yeah. Ready? In the same scene, someone walks in and sits down with Steve and talks to him.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Oh my gosh! Bill,
Dillwig.
3. 5-3. Two more questions. My wife. This question, my wife said, You're dirty for asking this one. You're dirty for asking this one. Okay. Look at you guys. Take it easy. Take it easy on me, man. I'm just trying to see. I might want to do this one different. This is gonna be interesting. Anyway, do you guys have a piece of paper and a pen?
Yeah, 1 second.
I came ready, bro. Oh, yes.
This is just it's just one name, but whew, are you gonna get it though? Okay. When Steve and it's not a race, you're gonna write down one name, and you're both gonna show me. If you both get it right, you get a point. If one of you gets it right, blah blah. Here we go. When Steve is at the bus station and they're seeing him off, the camera he gets on the bus, and the camera is really playing 2,000 miles away by the Pretenders, but this damn DVD is playing a different song. But the camera is panning to all the characters. Who was the fourth person in that line that they panned to?
I hope you can see this. My marker is shot.
Don't show me yet. Who was the fourth person they panned to?
I'm trying to make it darker. You're lucky. You're lucky.
You guys got your answers?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, hold it up. Let me see. Rayann got it right.
Do you want to know the order? I know the order by heart. It's Brenda, Dylan, David, Donna, Andrea, Brandon, and Kelly, and then Steve in the bus.
You got
Trust
it.
Me. Trust me.
Bill, is that one that you weren't sure of, or did you?
Oh no, I rehearsed
guessed
that.
Andrea because I was trying to think how they'd be paired off, and
Okay.
I figured Brandon would be third, so Andrea would be fourth.
Okay. Yeah,
He's always by default paired with Brandon.
yeah. You're kind of right on that because Brenda was first, and then Dylan, and then David and Donna.
Yeah, they're really featuring David and Donna as the new couple.
Yeah. Then Andrea, Brandon, and Kelly was in the front though. They showed her last, but she was in the front. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Last
you're killing
question.
me, man.
Last question. It's 6-3. No one's gonna get this. No one's gonna get this. As Steve drives off, it shows the bus number on the back of the bus. What number was it?
Oh, you had to play me like that, brother. Oh, oh. I'm taking the L on that one.
Yeah, I feel like it can't be something significant. I8A4RE.
Yeah.
That's Steve's license plate.
Yeah. That was one of the questions, right? I got. It happens to be my address. 104.
Oh wow.
That's one
that's the kind of detail when I watched each episode like last week and then again today, but the first time I was like I was like, he's gonna ask like what color the drapes were. The colors of Chucky's shirt.
Right.
The reason that stood out to me, first of all, that's one of the scenes I used to watch over and over back in the days with the real song. And then when it drove off, it caught my eye all the time. I'm like 104. It's showing the bus number there. And then when it pulled in to Albuquerque in the next episode, you see the number again. But yeah.
Is it 104?
Yeah, 104. But yeah, I knew that would have been that was gonna be hard.
Good continuity.
Now, if you ask me another number, I know it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
A part of the quiz, or
in the next episode.
Oh shoot! Now we're on part 2, Walsh Family Christmas. Question 1: This one. And again, chronological. I pulled it. In the opening scene, the bus drives by a sign that says New Mexico, land of blank. You didn't know I was going there, right? Okay.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, gone. I don't because I'm not from the States. I don't know if this is like Chicago, whatever, Windy City. I don't know.
Mm.
Some states we have
You
we have
have a
cities.
motto.
They're known for something, so I don't know if this is really New Mexico, land of enchantment.
Sounds
So
right. It's
yeah,
probably on their license plate.
yeah. So when that bus, the starting scene, when the bus drove before Steve came out, it had the sign right there, and I'm like, this is a great question because it was staying there for a while, and I was like, New Mexico, land of
That's crazy.
enchantment. Okay, next. When Steve gets off the bus, he exits with a girl that he shared his story with. He says to her, "Thanks for listening." She says, "What else was I gonna do for blank
16
number?"
hours.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Bill's coming out there clutch. Rand, did you know that one?
I know it was some sort of hours. I don't know.
Yeah, 16. Bill 4. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I'm like, damn, you'll never forget the scene where she comes out, talks to him. I hope you find your
I
mom.
was gonna give the
Yeah, and
lady's
they never
name.
say her name either. So
I
I was
know.
like trying to I thought
Actress
that
is
might be a
Paula
good.
Irvine.
Oh, you know. Oh,
Paula Irvine.
yo, you know what's shocking now when you look back, when you look now at how they look, some of the actors and actresses. Oh my gosh, I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
age.
Wait, was that is that a famous actress?
Not really. I just
Uh,
happened to. I was just
just knew
like,
her name.
yeah.
I was actually gonna look her up, but I didn't do it. I was like, who is this? But I didn't Google it last night. I just got 16. That's what I got out of it. Okay. Question number 3. Brenda worked at an upscale clothing boutique. What was her supervisor's name?
Idra.
Oh,
Damn!
it was on the tip of my tongue.
Ran 7. Next. This is one of those questions. That way we always get the freshest tree.
2 days before Christmas.
Jesus.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
When it comes to Brandon, don't mess with me.
Oh, look at that. Right. 8-4. Next. Back at the Walsh house, Cindy is chatting with someone from Minnesota. She comments about the shocking heat. What temperature does she say?
90.
90.
Jesus.
You beat me, but 90. Yeah.
Bill, 5. Rayann, 8. Question number 6. During the Walsh's family Christmas tree trimming, Cindy surprises everyone with a chilled holiday drink.
Cold cider.
Yes.
Rayann, 9. Bill, 5. Cold apple cider. You ready? Number 7. Cindy invites everyone to the Walsh family Christmas Eve dinner, and it seems like everyone has other plans. On Christmas Eve, who does Dylan visit?
His
His
dad.
dad.
Both of you. Bill.
Imagine you ask us what prison he's in.
Oh
Man.
my gosh.
Man. Couldn't tell you.
10-6. Question 8. When Steve looks at his birth records, he learns that his biological mother, Karen Brown, gave birth to him on what date?
Holy frick. Oh, frick.
Let's go.
August 15th. I'm just wild guess.
March 23rd.
So we're done, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
May 15th.
Oh, wow.
That is a great trivia question, though.
Wow.
I'll never forget it now.
Yeah. That's one of those ones. Like, look how many days there are, right? So when I was doing the Boys in the Hood quiz, again, if Rand watches it, there's a scene where someone gets shot, right? And both GQ and Wrench Turner, there's only a certain amount of shots, right? But they didn't know, so they were just guessing numbers, and someone finally got it right. But you can't do that with the birthday, right?
Right.
But they were saying
65 minutes later.
6, 5, 10, 2 shots. What? And then someone finally got it. But you said 15th, though. August 15th. Okay. Next. Oh, you guys should know this. An actor named Keen Curtis shows up more than once in this episode. How many characters? How many
He's
characters
3.
did he play? Got it. Did you hear the question, Rand?
I don't even know who that guy is.
No, but the meat of the question is Keen Curtis is an actor, right?
Okay.
He shows up more than once in this episode. How many characters did he play? And he got it 3. So is this one of those fun facts that you don't know, maybe? Go ahead, Bill. Tell her.
Well, he plays the homeless guy who may or may not be Santa. He plays the pilot, and then he plays the Santa in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Where his dad's wearing a jean jacket for some reason.
I just wrote that he showed up 7 times in the episode.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did. I wrote 7 times. I was like, he showed up at the Peach Pit as the homeless person. He went to Brenda's store outside, was ringing the bell, went into the store twice, once with just Brenda and then once with Kelly. He went to the biplane with Steve, and then he went to the Walsh house, and there was another time. Oh, and the prison. So I got my 7 times.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was not there.
Oh, sorry.
That was good.
Resolved how Santa had those expensive gifts for all the
Yep.
So like, I guess he did steal them.
Mm-hmm.
So he used the money Steve gave him as the pilot.
Yeah.
Valid.
I remember when I first watched that originally, because I knew the actor, because he played he's one of those old school actors. And you're watching the episode and you see the homeless man walk in the Peach Pit. And then when the Santa played, even though he had the beard, I'm like, that's the same guy, right? Yeah, and then so he played Santa, homeless, and then at the pilot, he looked more like himself, like the actor that I knew when he was the pilot. Were you guys, before I move on to the next question, it's 10-7. Were you surprised at the one episode I just covered where Brandon was returning the ring? Did you guys know that Brandon played that character? Because I didn't know when I originally watched it.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yep.
When you originally watched it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember watching it on TV like years ago.
I know that voice. I know that Priestley voice.
Man.
It was, and then like with the shaking hand, it was like
he's a little tremor.
Tell people he can act.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time, or I might have forgot. But because even the episode, I didn't watch those episodes like how I watch 1 to 4, like back to back. So even him returning the ring, when I was covering it, I was like, oh, I don't remember this.
I feel like he must have it must have been a demand because he was an executive producer at that point.
Yeah.
Because why do it otherwise?
Yeah. Okay.
I love it. That's like so classic.
Yes. Okay. Question 10. Dylan visits Brenda at the boutique and gives her a gift. What was it?
Half heart charm.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it had something on it, but it does not.
Where's the other half? It's with me.
It's with me.
I still keep it in my pocket, I guess.
And we never see it again.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I know. All right. Brandon goes to visit Emily at the hospital. What does he gift her?
Twins jersey, twins jersey.
Oh yeah. Good,
I
good.
okay, do you guys realize I've been desperately searching for this freaking jersey on every single site? I want it.
I bet you could have one made like with like
It
a
won't be as
like go
authentic
to the
though.
MLB webs, but you could probably put Walsh on the back. But
I need to get me one of those.
I actually like that pinstripe. I like that jersey. It's cool back in the days. Mm.
it's funny though, like they get the card was like signed by everyone, including David, who just became
Right.
really part of the friend group like
Right.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But like they also didn't like her. Like she tried to burn down, like she could have killed them all.
She was a
Yeah.
freaking
All
arsonist.
right.
Yeah.
Fire,
It was
fire,
Christmas.
fire,
It was Christmas though, right?
Yeah. I feel like that was the first attempt to add a Valerie type character to the show, but then it
Yeah.
was just like too much. Like
Yeah.
they went full on like psychotic.
That was obsession. That was crazy. I still
Fatal
remember that.
Attraction, even.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw Fatal Attraction? Wow.
Guilty.
Yeah, that was one of our old school movies. Okay. Question number 12. David jokes, don't open in front of your mom.
It vibrates.
Vibrate.
Hey! B8. Bill, you got 8. Rayann got 12.
Ooh.
There's 4 more questions. So you can tie. Bill, if you can.
Ugh.
You can tie. Oh. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you saying? Rayann, if you get this, it's over then, right? Okay. What's Steve's grandfather's name?
Ow.
Al.
Rayann got it. Rayann got 13.
I had to listen to it like 5 times because you can hardly. Well, and I had that stupid DVD
Wait, what is
player.
it? Is it Al?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
You have to hear it like really closely
Yeah.
though, because like that
We didn't
westerny
tie on
music.
that one?
It was terrible trying to hear that. Especially you're lucky I know any of this because that DVD player I had was terrible.
Oh, that's what you were saying yesterday,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah.
literally I had these headphones, I had this jack, which this jack isn't really that great. And I plugged it in and I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you saying? I had it full volume. The music was louder than the speaking. So I had like the hardest time hearing
Yeah.
anything.
I noticed that at the beginning of I guess it was the Chucky's back. Whatever the stock music that they had to replace was like
Yeah.
so loud.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right.
When Brandon's like reading a book, just casually sitting there in the
Yeah.
hallway
Yeah.
reading a book.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
maybe
you're right.
turn down the music just a little bit in comparison to the mics.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're just having fun here, right? Question
Yeah.
14. How did Steve's real mother die?
Car crash.
Question 15. What did Cindy accuse Santa of stealing?
Her ring.
I think Bill got that one.
Well, Rayann already won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so Rand, are you not trying anymore?
No, I got ring out too late.
I know. Bill's making a comeback too. I should add a few more questions.
Oh my gosh.
Last
that's
question.
all good.
Last question. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What Christmas song do
I'm
they?
dreaming of a white Christmas.
Wow, that's good.
Ooh, what was the rest of the
Yeah.
question?
What song did they sing at the end of the show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, White Christmas.
Yeah, that was oof. One of those sort of before cringe was just like a regular word like that.
I wish you
There are
could have heard
certain
everybody
scenes in
singing.
90210 that really are just like ugh.
Oh,
Like Brandon dancing when he has the Latina girlfriend in that one episode.
I used to laugh at that.
So
Yes,
embarrassing.
yes.
I'm embarrassed for him.
And David, oh my gosh,
Oh
guys,
yeah,
literally,
in these
he's like, yeah, yeah,
David's
yeah.
facial expressions when he's
I'm like,
dancing with
oh my
Donna
god,
are grotesque.
At the
Like
yes.
at
Christmas.
that point, if I was Donna, I'd be like, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah, that face, eh? That face.
That's just like a face guys made when they dance like that, I guess.
That's
Back
why Brandon doesn't want to dance, guys. That's exactly
yeah.
why.
Brandon
He,
can't dance. That's why I was shocked with that Latina episode, and they got him to dance. I was like,
see, but
well,
that
that
is
was one
such
of
a
the first
He was
lie.
ones.
actually doing this, like
It's
the
it's such a lie because Jason danced in Fancy Dancing. And
Oh,
also the season 6, I forget what episode, I think it was like 26, when Colin goes to prison and
yeah,
they're trying to figure out if Joan and Nat should get back together.
yeah,
You
yeah,
yeah.
literally see this man dip the crap out of Keats at the very end. You have to
Uh,
zoom it in. You
yeah.
can see him suave dipping her. I'm like,
yeah,
JP, you can dance
that sort of dancing is different than like
like party
yeah,
dancing.
Party
party
dancing.
dancing.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You know where he did a funny dance? I don't know if you guys remember this. Where he was like just he was moving his head like this, like a no, the girl was doing that. Do you
Stop,
remember the
stop,
episode?
stop. I have the video. I
You know what I'm talking about?
Kidding
have
me.
the video.
It was one of the season one.
They literally put it to that SpongeBob music where it's like
Let me see. Let me see if this is what we're talking about. Yes, the party, right?
yes,
Yes, this is it.
this is literally it. And then it's like
This part here. Yes, that one.
that video lives in my head rent free, guys.
Oh, I'm glad you pulled that up. That's the first time I seen him dancing.
I freaking love it.
Season one, I think season one, right? Wow.
It's like the
Okay.
woodpecker.
Yeah, the woodpecker shit. All right, this has been good. We're gonna talk about a few more things, and I got the real talk question before we sign off. But that was good. Thanks for playing. So Rayann, it looks like you're moving on to the next round if I find another challenger. Bill, thanks for doing this.
Oh
This
yeah.
was so
Anytime.
fun.
Appreciate it, man.
Always
Appreciate it.
down to
Yes.
talk now, Jonah.
Yes. So yeah, perfect. That's done. Before we just discuss 90210 for another 5 minutes, I'm gonna get this out the way. So, real talk with Star Scorpio. I always ask a question to my guests, and I'm gonna let Bill go first, and then you tell me which one you want me to read out, the Blue Jays or the Raptors.
Blue Jays.
What is one of the most memorable moments of your life?
Um, I guess I'll go with an obvious one, the birth of my son. Totally life changing, all for the better. Um, really mind blowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave me a sense of purpose that was kind of missing before. Uh, my wife and I kind of waited. I was 43 when he was born, so um, it was a super lifestyle change that we were ready for and preparing for. Um, but yeah, that's if I think of the most, that's definitely it.
Yeah.
There are many other notable ones, but that's the most.
Beautiful. That's the answer I get most people who have kids. I've heard done, as you know, 110 episodes. But I only think I started doing this when I used to have seasons. I think it was season 3 or 4. Now I just go by episodes.
Mm.
But I didn't start this question in the beginning. But I love asking this question just to hear what people say. And the other one, so I hope you picked this one, Ray. I can't remember which one you did now. I, it
I
might have
have
been
no
memorable
idea.
moments. It might have been memorable
Probably.
moments. So you probably have a lot of memorable moments. So I'm just gonna let you choose again. I'm just mixing it up here.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Which one do you want me to read out?
I feel like I picked Raptors the last time, so I gotta be partial and go Blue Jays.
Oh, look at that one.
Is
Same
it the same?
question. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is one of the most
Um,
memorable moments of your life?
oh, wow. Um, for me, probably getting accepted into college because I'm one of the first gen in my family to be full fledged like college. Like my mom went, but she didn't get like a degree. She just got a certificate. And then, just my family, they really prided on me all my life to go to college and, get a good job, like, like the stereotype. But I'm really happy that they did because it's really fulfilling. And no matter how hard it gets, I always love doing it. And I've made wonderful connections because of it. So,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. And I don't know if Bill heard it's your last semester, right? Next.
Yep. Yep.
No, right on.
I'm on my last semester. I'm gonna be
What's the
getting
plan
my
after?
Well, I'm really debating between two options right now. I could go locally to Hershey Entertainment and Resorts, which is a really, if you know Hershey's, they're pretty stable and they have an art marketing department. Or
Mhm.
I could go big and dream big and go Disney. So,
What are you getting your degree in?
fine arts.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why a lot of my stuff on my page is like artsy kind of.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
super
doing
cool.
I love doing 90210 art all the time. I'm gonna be doing my senior project probably on 90210 stuff, so it's gonna be really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
hmm
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Before we do the donations, I guess I got a few more questions. But let me tell you, I'm going on to season 8. There's only 3 more seasons left. But season 8, do you guys remember season 8? Remind me, what do I have to look forward to coming up with the next season?
Do you want like
Because
big
Noah's
spoilers?
coming in. Noah's coming in.
Noah.
But what else do I have
Noah,
to
when he
look forward to?
first starts, I think Ray and I were talking about this, in messaging briefly. I love when Noah first comes in because
Yeah.
it's like he's a character that shakes things up again, like Valerie. By the end of when Noah is there, especially when Dylan comes back, there's like no use for Noah and the whole like you
Mm,
know archetypes of every character. There can only really be one brooding, like handsome, like badass guy.
yeah.
Uh, but at first, yeah, no, it totally mixes things up. Uh, and I'm trying to. One thing I'm not crazy about
Hmm.
season 8 is Hilary Swank. The whole
Oh,
that subplot, not really into it, but
yeah.
she's gone halfway through. And if it wasn't for her character, that there wouldn't be that house that David and Dylan and everyone lives in down the line. Like keep her
Mm,
house. Isn't that weird?
mm. I'm trying to remember that. Wow. Rian,
What
you
else
remember
is
that?
Yep.
season 8 probably has at least 2 Kelly traumas since like every possible bad thing happens to her by the end of the show.
Prepare yourself, brother.
I'm
I
trying
think
to
I
think
know.
in 8, I think there might be some SA. I don't know. I
Mm.
don't want to spoil it either.
8 is right off the bat. Like you don't even get a chance to breathe.
Wow.
First
Yeah,
five
okay, I
episodes,
remember
man.
now. All right, I don't. Well,
First
I mean,
five
are we
episodes,
spoiling it
I was
between ourselves?
dead.
Is that when Kelly gets shot?
I
Yeah.
literally was
Oh my.
sobbing. Guys, okay, full fledged. I thought I was going to have a panic attack. This girl has been through everything in the book, and they had to add on a shooting.
Jeez.
Come on, guys.
But then
Like,
that's not even the last bad thing that
I
happens in
know.
the show.
I don't even want to say the last
I
one.
think
I
I
don't even
think
Yeah, I
want
I
know.
I
to.
think I know. My wife reminded me.
That's
I
right. She gets
what happened.
shot.
Uh,
It's like I really feel like the writers, like the studio was like, here are 10 like hot topics in the news.
yeah.
Figure
Pick
out how to
one.
make that
Figure
happen.
out how to make it happen.
Let's put it in a hat and see which one we're going to pick this week.
Yeah. Fire. Somebody needs to be in a fire. Somebody needs to have a drug problem.
Yo, how do you think they handled race topics back then?
Uh,
Jordan Bonner.
well, I mean, I guess since there was not much of a precedent, it was. the heart was in the right place, but like with the family, with Richard Roundtree as the dad,
Yeah.
by the end of that, you were like, are they going to be regular characters? Never see him again. I think the
Yeah.
little brother is still in it in like one or two episodes.
Hmm.
But like, it was kind of like they treated it like a topic of the week, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
But that
Jordan,
you had to got to start somewhere.
the
For like
Jordan,
30 years ago,
I think the
something.
Jordan
Yeah.
thing too was like crazy because I remember Gab talking about it once, and she was saying how the director or somebody in the crew came up to her and said, "You literally can't, like, you cannot be actively present with this dark, like, African American." And I'm like, I understand that back then that was really like, people have their beliefs, whatever. But I'm
Mhm.
like, it's a human being. Like, to treat everyone as a human being. I know on the set it was racy. Trust me, I've read things. I know it's racy on that set. But
Yeah.
it's like, again, with the thing I said earlier, embracing everybody and finding ways to, you can't make everybody accept everything, but
Yeah.
finding a way to do it in a more polite way rather
Mhm.
than being like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Plus, I
When they,
think.
mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna the Jordan Bonner, like, from Toronto, we have our violent here. Like it's crazy now. But we were more because we're from Toronto, we're so close to New York. Like we like New York American things, right? So we were
Mm.
into New York hip hop, and a lot of people thought that when you talk about Canada, it's 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 Canada. Like I don't know what they thought, like what kind of music style, but we were more American than some Americans, like on the West Coast compared to
Yeah,
the East
right.
Coast, all that stuff, right? But when you talk about the gang violence, we didn't really have that gang violence. So anything that we saw American TV, of course, that's all we see is American TV. It was all about, especially in the 90s, Bill, all that gang stuff and when rap was really hidden. So when they covered the football game and the shooting at the game, I was like, oh, this is cool that they're touching on it. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, and like it seems kind of like forced, or it seems kind of clunky or whatever looking based on now, where
Yeah.
you know just the way to put messages in TV or media is a lot smoother. But like, yeah, I think definitely the heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
um I'm trying to, what was the phrase that stifle it or something, squash it, yeah.
Yeah. Bloody Rue, man. Bloody Rue.
Yeah. But then again, like they would have, it almost felt like they would have these things in one episode and then like never, like almost,
I know what
well,
you're
this
saying.
is not has anything to do with race, but like they'll, like in Walsh Family Christmas. So at the end, Steve is like, will you be my granddad? And the guy's like, whoa, yeah, I get, like, what am I gonna say? No. And
Yeah.
then he's like, and then we'll like write letters and visit and stuff. And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. Never see him again.
Yeah, I know.
Just like
Yeah.
the family down the street from the Walshes, you never see him again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vivica
I think
Fox, what
there's
was
no
that?
meaning behind it.
I know.
What was that?
I know. What was
By
the
the
pop?
way, FYI, Brandon.
What, Brandon? What was the popcorn again? What was it called?
Oh my gosh.
Papa's.
Papa's.
Papa's popcorn, yeah.
Is it Papa's Pop or something?
I think, yeah, you were on it, yeah.
And there was a slogan
Yeah,
to it,
Brandon
right?
practically lives on the stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Never seen it before in our lives. It might be the popcorn Donna was eating in the sleepover episode. Who knows?
Oh, right.
Maybe.
With that awful college girl.
That was one of my
The
favorite
blazer.
episodes, by the
She
way.
wears
That
a
one too.
blazer, so you know she's a
Jennifer
little
Eve,
older.
full
The place.
screen.
Yeah, I like that episode too.
That episode is talking about like scenes that make you like cringe viscerally
Yeah.
when they're all dancing and then the mom joins in. Ugh.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes. And then you go from that to just Kelly. And he didn't put down a blanket. I'm like, what
Right.
is happening? I'm like, you can't go from one extreme to the other, guys.
Yeah.
And they have a habit of doing that a lot.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Steve's brothers? Were they a good addition to it, the show?
I loved Randy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Randy.
The second twin just disappeared, like because they brought him Randy back near the
Mhm.
end, and they just didn't mention the other twin. I feel like they were like trying to give, yeah, another spelling, like,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know,
Spelling plug.
it's
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, I guess it was helpful to have Steve's, not to get all like film school about it, but like for Steve's character to evolve, like, he has to kind of like see himself and the younger kids or whatever. Like, I feel like there's always like the writers just really needed Steve to learn a lot of hard lessons and
Yeah.
evolve, especially in these Christmas episodes. Like,
Yeah.
so much like of that sad puppy dog face. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Ian Ziering acting his head off, like
Yeah.
really going for it.
Who do you think is one of the best actors, actresses on the show?
I think Luke Perry, man,
You don't
for
want me to answer
sure.
that.
I gotta go with Jason, and I really liked how Shannon, Andre, what's her name? Sucker,
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. I think she was good,
Yeah,
but I really like Shannon Doherty, and I like Jason. I think Jason's a good actor. Yeah. What about Nat?
Oh my gosh, Nat.
Joey
He's
Tata.
so cute. I want him to
Jet,
be my grandpa.
Joey Tata. It was so great when they finally gave him like front billing when he was in the opening credits. Like he was due.
I
Yeah.
love that Nadine got her side card eventually. She only had a few lines, but hey, go for her. Get your
With
side
Luke
card,
Perry,
girly.
I think about this scene when his wife blows up and when his dad blows up.
Mhm.
Both of those. Oh, I guess that happened to him a lot, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
But yeah, there was some good acting in there.
Well, that was a hard one to cover on my page. I was like, damn, it's so sad when you think of he found his love, whatever. You know, we talk about the Brenda and Kelly aspect of his love and all
Right.
that. But man, when she oh man, I thought he really loved that girl, man. That was
That
crazy.
scene with the dress. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the way he just holds the dress to his face and then
Mhm.
he actually finds the cat trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ache
Homeless
in my
out in the
soul.
rain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nuts. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up now. We're gonna do the donations. And again, balloon one, two, three, and four. I'm gonna say the charities too. Okay.
ooh, they're all blue this time.
Yeah, I changed. Okay. So I have four balloons in my hand, and they all have different causes, charities in them, right? So there's the fundraiser warriors, these little boys that raise money for sick kid hospital and things like that down here in Toronto. Claus, Kawartha Lakes Animal Wellness Society. I have Liam's Mission. He's a little boy that was born with cystic fibrosis. He was on my podcast too when he was like 7. It was like 3 years ago now. And then my friend Kevin has a sports camp, Juku Sports for kids. So Rayann and Bill, one, two, three, or four, discuss amongst each other. Which number do you want me to pop?
I'm game for anything, Bill. What do you
Well,
want?
you won the trivia challenge. I feel you
Oh,
you should pick.
hmm. I'm gonna go with let me think.
How
Hold
about
on.
I'll pick even or odd and then you narrow it down. Pick an odd number.
Okay. I was gonna go with my first thought was 3.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Episode 111, Real Talk with Star Scorpio with Rayann and Bill. Star Scorpio will be donating too. Oh my gosh. Back to back. You're not gonna see it. I don't think. I only pull it away and then you could see it, but it's not working. Juku Sports. That's the
Hey!
logo. It's my friend Kevin. Amazing. Thank you, Rayann and Bill. This has been
Yay!
great.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Anytime.
Time.
I'll always be there to talk.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. And any last words before we get off?
Matt Durning gets a bad rap. I'll stand by that.
Oh
Have
my
me back in
gosh.
season 8 or
That is
season
crazy.
9, whenever he shows up.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Matt Durning.
Wow, I didn't think we were gonna go there, but okay. All right,
Oh
give
man.
me a second. I think that oh wow. Nat and Joan should have been given more credit because they did not get the love story they deserved.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Thank you. Real talk with Star Scorpio, and we out.